Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check-in. This is going to be a classic read. We're going to take a look at the feminine, the masculine energies. We'll get an answer to an additional question on what is important to know about the journey right now, and then we'll see how the twins see the connection at this time. Actually, we will do again the messages between the twins. There we go. That's what we'll do at the end. Happy 10th portal, everyone. This is a doozy, and I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling the energy is just like moving in different directions, and there's a little bit of a whirlwind that I'm feeling for myself today, at least. Let me know in the comments how it's been going for you. Have you seen any kind of big revelations this far, or what is your plan for today? How are you making it special? How are you utilizing the energies of this portal? Let's get an oracle card to begin with. I'm using the Cosmic Journey Oracle today. For Divine Feminines, we have every cycle is a higher opportunity. Number 13. Speaking of cycles, yes, so I want to say the 10 portal is kind of end of a cycle because of the 10, but for some people it may feel like a new beginning. Actually, I talked to someone just recently, and this person was telling me that it feels like this is it feels like there is a repetition of a certain event in the past, and they knew that that was a karmic event and they thought they've learned the lesson. So now there's like a surprise of like, what am I supposed to do with this? And that's part of the message of this card, really, because, and I did, obviously I talked her through it. I gave her some more ideas of what it could be about. But a lot of times it means that maybe we haven't grasp the lesson fully. There's still some nuances. Second of all, it can be kind of like a test where the universe is asking us, or the divine is asking us, okay, so you've learned the lesson, perfect. Now 3 months later you get the same situation. What are you gonna do now? Are you gonna be acting out of a more ascended energy where you've learned it, where you've healed something, or since the time has passed and you've healed that past pain, you're gonna go into the same thing again, right? Are you able to tell what is the situation, that it is a higher cycle, right? Or at least, higher cycle, that it is a cycle, right? And it's an opportunity to deal with it in a very different way. Not to mention, this is number 13, which is about transformation. And actually, maybe that, another download that's useful for someone, maybe that event was brought into, that relationship was brought into your life to begin with to help you transform to a certain new level. But that part didn't happen because you got triggered, because maybe some other circumstances came up. But now, because you've healed that part, now you're able to really enter this kind of situation and be really transformed. Masculines, you've got number 26. The universe wants to co-conspire with you. And I like this wheel because I talked about the Wheel of Fortune being the 10th card in the major arcana of tarot, right? So we are talking about that energy today inclusively. And I actually did a 10 portal reading yesterday. If you guys are interested, if you haven't seen that yet, check it out on my channel. It would be literally the last reading and it would have 10 portal in the name. I will use the Thelema deck for the main reading today. Let's see what we have for those twins and messages between the twins. I'm almost done with all the horoscopes. I know it's taken longer, but I've decided to show myself grace and deal with it with the pace that I can handle. So I'm finishing with everything today. I have, I think, 3 signs left: Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Everything else is already published, so go ahead to Mindful Bamboo channel. There is a handle in the description box. It also as a featured channel to this channel, or you can just search for it and it's there for each zodiac sign for October. The moon at the bottom of the deck. Yes, full moon is happening in about a week from now. What do we need to know as we're approaching it? We get more and more clarity on why we are where we are. we get more clarity why we react to certain events a certain way. And it's not, you know, like just even from saying how you react is already somewhat a negative connotation, means something emotional, something triggering, right? Because we say there is react versus response. Respond. Lovers, there you go. And then when we get more clarity of why we feel a certain way, why we get certain emotional response to a certain trigger, whether it's positive or negative, then we can really get to the truth of the matter, and we can heal it, we can see it, we can feel it, we can heal it, you know? And that brings us closer to a loving energy. And I don't just mean twin flame union. I mean generally bringing love to every situation in your life, right? That's ultimately the setup for union. When love is like your baseline energy, right? That's your default vibration in everything you do and everyone you approach in your life as much as possible, right? Even if you build boundaries with someone, you can still do it in a loving way. And then the union comes in naturally. The person shows up at your door. I've heard so many stories of this happening when people, first of all, were least expecting it, but also when things were already going well, it was peaceful, it was loving. And then this was like a cherry on top. Feminines, your energy for today is 10 of Wands, just something that we saw before, clarified by Queen of Pentacles. Another reminder that the burdensome cycle is closing, and it's a cycle where you felt the weight of the world on your shoulders, where you felt like you were responsible for a gazillion of things, maybe for taking care of everyone in your family or whatever your version of that could be, right? Because that's the Queen of Pentacles energy, right? Like the motherly vibe, the you know, female head of the household vibe. Also could be even an entrepreneur, right? Taking care of family budget, maybe, right? There are different like aspects or angles to it, but whatever it is, it's about taking care. It's about creating that space of home, of safety, of nurture, right? And it can get overwhelming, especially if there's a lot happening in your personal life, and then you also are expected to, or you are trying to extend yourself to take care of everybody else around you, right? So this cycle is ending, but more than anything was you realizing and learning, oops, I'll pick it up, that is a cycle that's been given to you for a reason. Sorry guys, I'll have to pick this up before I forget. But it was given to you for a reason, so you don't repeat it, you know? That's the bottom line. So you understand how that justification of caring for your family, of nurturing them, could actually end up being detrimental to your own energy. And that's when this is like where you draw the line. Well, you probably should have drawn it sooner than the situation I explained, but you know what I mean. Like, this is almost like, okay, I can't go on like this anymore. Like, this is over. Masculines, you've got Ace of Cups clarified by Justice. I love this so much. And there's actually a sword in the Justice, so to me it's a little bit like Ace of Swords as well. Like, you know, the energy of authenticity in love, right? Of unconditional love, of what the true love is about, right? And we saw this card yesterday in the reading for the masculine as well. The Justice is coming in, meaning the karmic rebalancing. We also saw the Knight energy for the masculine that spoke about this kind of payoff, or wherever the situation was unfair, now it's going back into that balance, into the fairness, whatever that means for the situation, right? So there is that general rebalance. Justice is also about, since this is a Libra card, it's about balance in relationships, right? It's balance in energies, in giving and receiving, you know, and how win-win of a situation it is, for example, in a business case. So that kind of fairness, that kind of truth is coming in as well. If I could give an advice, continue exercising self-love and the concept of unconditional love. The additional question we see is Five of Pentacles clarified by King of Swords. Very interesting combination of the cards. So today twins are also considering where they're lacking understanding, right? Where they're missing on something. Like this is a blind spot. Like this is supposed to have a meaning, but I'm just missing it. Or you know, I can sense that this is important, but I don't see it, right? Where do we need this additional meaning? What is it? Another Queen of Pentacles, clarified by Queen of Cups this time. Both very feminine energies, because this is earth and water, which are feminine elements. The quintessential female energy, the blend of the two. I'm glad that we have two cards here. So the feminine, like simply put, is supposed to embrace her femininity in the practical ways, in the day-to-day life phase, not just in meditation or when speaking about divine feminine versus divine masculine. Ooh, let's talk about the divine here, right? And all these big missions that we have to accomplish, right? Or when we talk about the connection itself, right? But this is a lot about what does the femininity mean to you? What is that yin energy? How do you exercise it? Where is the truth in that? There's beauty in it. And sometimes we forget that that's all we need. But it doesn't mean overwork yourself. It doesn't mean let people take advantage from you. You know, of you, sorry. This is about taking care of self and others, yes. But also like being present with your energy. That's already making a difference for everyone else. And we can go on about it forever, of course. Sorry, guys. I keep doing this. Still getting used to being back at my table after my return. For masculines, we see Temperance and Seven of Wands, right? So for masculines, we see that there is a virtue in being patient and taking things easy, not being hostile, not being triggered or wanting to defend yourself from anything unusual, or, you know, if it doesn't make sense to me, then I'm just not gonna do it, right? This is like, no, give it time, sleep on it, you know, be open to it, and patient. Like this is like the alchemy card as well, like patient, see it unfold, or get curious about it, and you'll be surprised how much it actually has to give you, to teach you. Message from feminines to masculines today. Three of Swords clarified by Three of Pentacles. Yeah, so feminines know that there's been a lot of pain and suffering in the connection. But they are, like, they understand that it also, those events that may have caused a lot of pain, they're also the ones that have ignited ideas for collaboration and for how to make it work, right? So it's like, this was still a learning path, and the feminine is saying to masculine, we learned so much about each other, about love, about ourselves, that now it opens up a gate to the collaboration, to making something beautiful out of it. And feminines know that it's still kind of work in progress to get to that space, but there is a certain hope and excitement about it too. For masculines, we see Five of Wands clarified by the Fool. So masculines know that there's been almost like too many cooks in the pot before, or other people's opinions in the masculine's head overrode some of their own passions and how they saw things unfolding with the feminine, right? There were also fears that what will other people think, how would that look like, something along those lines, that they now understand was not good, and they thought that it was in their head, that it only impacted them, but now they realize that it impacted the feminine in a negative way as well. So they definitely want a fresh start. They definitely want to do things differently now. And they see this fresh beginning with hope again. That, you know, because there is a co-conspiration, right? Co-conspiration with the universe, which is exactly what the Fool energy is. Like this trust, this faith in the universe, that the universe will provide, that universe will guide. They have a lot of hope that this guidance will get them to the success. And the best thing they can do is not to have all those critical voices get them off the path. So that's the courage that they know they need, and they will manifest for this new cycle, for this fresh start. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope this was useful to you guys. If so, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I will be sharing the sweepstakes details later this week, so you can get a personal reading for free with me. In the meantime, I love you all.